What's up, brilliant business owner? Welcome to this week's Authentic Selling TV. You're in the right place to get paid to do the work you love to do. It's just that simple. Say it with me. It's just that simple. Hey, this week we're talking about webinars, classes, freebies, right? So if you're going to do a freebie, it needs to be it's going to take a lot of time, and it needs to be well worth your time. A freebie needs to lead into some sales conversation or some purchases. It needs to lead into some awareness about your business and people saying, oh yes, he, she, they are an expert, and they need to at least be on my radar for when I need to solve XYZ problem. So many people ask, and inside of Authentic Selling University, how do I begin to put our first webinar, free class together? And by the way, people also often say, I've heard webinars don't convert anymore. That is absolutely untrue. Webinars still are one of the highest converting ways to sell online. So if it's one of the highest converting ways to sell people online, it's worth taking a look at doing. So the first thing, and inside of Authentic Selling University, you get a step-by-step new kids on the block plan to host your first webinar. You get the emails that are done for you. You get the outline. You get all the things. But the first thing that you need to learn is what kind of webinar free class is it going to be? Is it going to be deep or wide? Like my shirt. My shirt is so wide and big. Is it going to be deep or wide? Deep or wide? Here's what I mean. So you're an expert about your content. You're an expert about your content, right? You know a lot about whatever your subject matter of expertise is. The problem with a lot of webinars is they can often give way too much away so that the person on the other end feels overwhelmed. So what do? Well, you need to sit down and look. Let's say you are going to teach about overcoming objections, okay? So inside of Authentic Selling University, there are 17 tools for overcoming objections. So if I was going to do a webinar about overcoming objections, I could go deep or wide. So if there's 17 different tools, I could go really deep into a couple of tools. I could teach you the Be My Customer tool for overcoming objection. I could teach you the Discount It, and doesn't mean discount your price, the Discount It tool for overcoming objection. And I could teach you everything about that from start to finish, how to use it, the whole 9 yards. And then I could just mention the other 15 tools. That is an example of going deep. You went super deep into a few, maybe just one concept, and you referenced the other steps. Let's say that you're teaching a step-by-step process to take the best photographs in sunlight. And, there are 20 steps. Okay, we could go really deep into a couple of steps and then just mention the other 18, 19, whatever. That's an example of going deep. So what's an example of going wide, like my shirt? Well, that would be just awareness around the tools. So let's go back to the Authentic Selling University example. I may say, the first step for every single one of these tools is start with a thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. I understand. And then you're going to insert one of the verbatims depending on what the situation calls for. And I might list the names of all the tools, but I'm certainly not going to teach you all the tools. You're going wide. You're telling people all the things, but you're not really going deep into any of the steps. Now, some people may say, well, is that unethical? No, it's not unethical. People being aware that you have a solution and there is a way to overcome objections is a win. You don't have to give every single thing away for free. There are also things that you need to do to set your webinar up so that you don't overwhelm the person at the end of on the other end of the camera, on the other end of the computer. There's a structure to set it up so you don't go so deep or so wide that people's eyes are spinning. But as a good rule of thumb, before you even put it together, ask yourself, do I want to go deep? Go really deep, teach all the steps in a couple of things, and then just make you aware of the rest? Or do I want to go wide and just make you aware? That is it for today. I don't know why I said it like that. That is it That's it for today's Authentic Selling TV. Tell me in the comments below, are you going to go deep or wide on your next webinar? And be sure, if you're watching on YouTube, to ring that bell, ring my bell, and subscribe for more weekly tips to get paid to do the work you love to do. I believe in you and I believe in your business. See y'all next week.